This is question 7 on problem solving from the 2018 ECHA. So someone, presumably Andrew, has this net of a cube, and we're asked that when the cube is assembled, which of these could be a view of it? So where should we start? Well, why don't we try and draw our own version of the assembled cube, but it'll be helpful if we can include the back bits that we can't actually see, so we can check the letters are they going to be the right way up. And so if we start with this D in the middle, and this will be at the front, then above it we're going to have this N, like so. And next to this N, you can see that this A is going to fold down, but it has to be the same way up as the N, so it's going to look like this. So if this way is upright, this translates to this way in our cube. And then this D is next to this R, the same way up. And this E continues following it round, so by the time we get to the back, this E is going to be backwards. And what about the W? So this folds down underneath the E, and so if you picture with the other side of the screen, the W is going to fold down and look like this. And we know that the points, or the ends of the W, are pointed towards the E still. So with this picture in mind, we should be able to decide which of these are correct and which are wrong. So firstly, what do we have here? We can see that this A is, if it behaves like an arrow, it's pointing away from the W. And on here, the W is here. If the A was pointing away from it, like it is here, then the A would be pointing upwards, like this. But it's pointing at 90 degrees to the W. So it can't be this one. What about the second one? So we have the W, R, and E. So we're around this corner here. So you can see the W is at 90 degrees to the R, which it is here. So the W has turned compared to the R to the right, as required. Then the E, it needs to be the same way up as the R, which it is. So this looks correct. Now what about this one? So we've got the A pointing upwards in the same direction as the N. So that looks like it does here. And this D is turned clockwise 90 degrees compared to the A. And if you look here, that's happened as well. So again, this one looks correct. So we want these last two to be wrong, because we only need two of them to show the assembled cube. And so why are these wrong? Now here, you can see that A is pointing towards the D. And can we see that here? Well, in fact, the A is pointing away from the D. If it was pointing towards it, then it would be going this way, so around this corner would be the D. So this one is wrong. And finally, we have this A pointing upwards towards the N. Can we see that here? Well, the A is not pointing towards the M. If it were, it would be pointing upwards, and it's pointing sort of parallel to this N. So again, this one is wrong. So our final answer is that these two are the only two that can show this cube, and this corresponds to answer B on the question paper.